Dozens of newly minted Republican voters in California say they were duped into joining the GOP. Reportedly, the California Republican Party hired a firm to register new voters, but some voters actually thought they were signing petitions for tougher penalties against child molesters. They didn't know they were becoming Republicans. Susan Filing joins me now, our MSNBC legal analyst. All right, so here you have the owner of the firm, Mark Jacoby, who's been arrested. He's out on bail. Let's talk about the charges he's facing.
This is really serious, Contessa. I mean, throughout this election, there are going to be charges of voter fraud. We've heard that in other arenas, but this is a very specific, deliberate intent to mislead a potential voter into switching parties. That's different than the other kind of voter fraud that we've been hearing about, where people like Mickey Mouse are registering. That's completely different. This is somebody going out to mislead someone into switching their party by saying, you're signing a petition against a child molester.
And some of them reportedly were told that they had to become a Republican in order to sign the petition. Others, it wasn't just about them changing their party. They were changed to absentee voters. That means on Election Day, if they try to show up and vote and they don't have that absentee ballot in hand, they lose their vote. They become disenfranchised.
That's right. And your right to vote is one of your most serious constitutional rights that this country has. We're a democracy. Who governs is who we choose. If you are duped out of your own ability to choose and choose freely, it's an extremely serious violation of somebody's constitutional right.
This firm, Young Political Majors, YPM, operates in several states. It says it's registered 70,000 voters this year, and they get paid in California $7 to $12 for every voter that they register as a Republican. Now, investigators are claiming that Mark Jacoby not only bait and switched all these voters, but he registered himself to vote from his childhood address, a place where he no longer lives. Let me read you the GOP response here from the California Republican Party. They say that on the eve of California's voter registration deadline, California Secretary of State Deborah Bowen has decided to once again show her partisan colors and charge an individual for questions surrounding his own personal voter registration that stems from 2006 and 2007. The charges we today suggest this is motivated, and they go on. That being said, I mean, if you have people who think that they're registered one way and suddenly find out they're registered another way, has there been a crime committed?
Oh, absolutely. And to say this is politically motivated is just nonsense. To not prosecute something like this would be an extreme dereliction of a public official's duty, especially surrounding something, again, as precious, as special, and as protected as your right to vote.
Susan, thank you. NBC is making your vote count. If you have a question about voting or problems at the polls, we now have trained volunteers available to answer questions because of an exclusive partnership we have with Election Protection.